pull the tap. Jay coinciding with Tim Duncan being 87. 21 straight years the Spurs have made the playoffs. Last year, as tough as any for them to crack the top 8.
And when this team didn't get Kawhi Leonard back, I thought playoffs. And for this team to finish one of the 7 teams vying for 6 spots, that goes to show you how talented of a coach Greg Popovich is. And at the beginning of the year, Ed, if I had told you without Leonard on the court, that a lineup of Paul Gasol, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rudy Gay, DeJounte Murray, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Kyle Anderson would be the 7th seed in the West and make the playoffs, would you have believed me?
It takes a great conductor. Spurs have it. DeRozan to Aldridge. DeMar DeRozan. Good start. He's made his first shot. Jay, it's an old-school approach in a modern era.
I love watching him play. He's a guy that can score at the pinch post, has a solid mid-range game, also elite athletic ability. But can his game fit into the modern-day style of the way the NBA is being played? By shooting threes and also defending. He's a defensive liability at times, and he does struggle from the outside.
James to Ball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good to cement the 3-point play. The lead is back down to 1. DeRozan with the basketball. To Murray. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Jay, DeMar DeRozan fell in love with Toronto as a player and a person. Now, the worst places to go than San Antonio and what they built. But no question, DeRozan's playing with a chip on his shoulder.
He most definitely is, and he will embrace Greg Popovich and also the San Antonio Spurs. But that trade really affected him. And to all the fans out there that said, well, you got a lot of money, who cares? I'm going to read you what DeMar DeRozan said. He said, people say, what are you depressed about? You can buy anything you want. I wish everyone in the world was rich so they would realize money isn't everything. It's about loyalty for DeMar DeRozan.
Nothing going here on that drive. LeBron James. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Kuzma to Ball. Rises for the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Right now, San Antonio's possession. Nothing going here on that drive. DeJounte Murray. Ball to Kyle Kuzma. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Lays it up and in.
That boy's living his best life.
LeBron with it up top. Leads just a point. JaVale McGee to James. Baseline drive. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Has a look. Jumper's good.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
LeBron James at the line. down the first. And he makes them both. It's DeRozan. To Murray. Inside, he scores.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Across the timeline comes James. His team up by, stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
DeRozan with it. He'll run the offense. DeMar DeRozan. 3 for 4. Good start.
DeMar DeRozan is a beast. He's been an all-star 4 of the last 5 years, and he was a second-team All-NBA last year. But unfortunately, us as part of the media and the fans, we determine your legacy by you winning championships. He's still chasing one.
Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47, but that was before the King headed out west. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
West is loaded, so if you don't get over 50, if you're the Lakers, are you still in the playoffs?
I think the Lakers will probably be a 6th seed. Yes, they will be in the playoffs this year.
DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Oh, big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
DeRozan with a shot that misses. To James. Fires the 3. Now that's a contest. DeRozan with the basketball. They trail by 7. The pass taken away by the Lakers. And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
LeBron James at the line. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Mills in possession. 9-point margin. DeRozan to Patty Mills. Josh Hart pins it. That's his first of the game. DeRozan.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Almost. It would have counted, but it's no good. And that does it for the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Lakers ball to Caldwell Pope. Shot from the lane won't go. Mills in possession. His team down 9. To Gasol. Ah, rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish.
Missed missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Another follow, still no good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Mills in possession. Right now, down 7. Pau Gasol. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass. Ed, look, no disrespect to Dwayne Casey of Toronto. I mean Detroit, because he was the coach of the year for Toronto, even though he got fired. But for Greg Popovich to lead this team to 7th place in the Western Conference with 47 wins is beyond me. I do not understand how he is not the coach of the year. We have a guy like Manu Ginobili, who is older than me, and he's able to lead this team to where they were last year. That says everything you need to know about Pop.
One thing, Jay, you're not 40 years old yet, so that's good. And 2, they had to reinvent how they did things last year. Kawhi Leonard played barely 10 games last season, so they found a way to do it. Then you add DeRozan. I'm so interested to see what this Spurs team is going to be. Yes, you lose Kawhi, but you never really had him last year either. Ball to James. Oh, he had him there for a second. Chance here for LeBron. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one. Veteran move right there.
Still blows my mind that this young man is 16 years in the NBA, has not had one bad injury, but more importantly, it's about the respect of the game. That's what LeBron James brings to the table when you think about basketball. You respect the game, you get the benefits.
James into the front court. Leads 5. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Ball to Caldwell Pope. To Ball. And that one out of bounds off a spur. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Ball. Mills in possession, trailing by 4. The pass set it all up.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Runner here won't go down. Mills in possession, looking to make something happen. To Gasol. Nothing going here on that drive. Gasol. Gasol. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
The shot turned away by Pirtle. Spurs in possession.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Cashes in for 2.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Ball. Passed it off. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Here comes the screen. From the painted area, won't go down. And too much contact.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
DeRozan to Gasol. DeRozan to Gasol. No good. Kuzma to Ball. Big stuff and a lot of traffic on the way to the rim.
Clean up in aisle 4. Repeat, clean up in aisle 4. If there's anyone from the weak side that wants to participate in this game defensively, please raise your hand.
Has a chance. DeMar DeRozan. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Beyond DeMar DeRozan's game is his character. This is a guy who's become easy to root for.
And it's been a character-building opportunity for him his entire life. I love the fact that Double D has used his platform to try to make a difference in expressing himself about his own dealings with mental depression. It's something other players need to do, and to open the door for the likes of Kevin Love and also Kelly Oubre to talk about their issues to the public as well.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
Almost, and he's not getting the call.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Turned away by Aldridge.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Rudy Gay to Murray. Down low, Aldridge. Throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Ball with it up top. The margin is 2. Halftime on the horizon.
The assist from number 14, Brandon
to Rudy Gay. No good. Lakers at the controls right now. Ball. Five seconds to shoot. That misses with 3 seconds left. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. They've got this opportunity now at halftime to look at what has worked, reinforce it, and at the same time, figure out what needs to be improved. Have a look at the leading scores. The Spurs are basically starting 0-0 to start the second half. And these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game track. Bench points.
This is a game where the bench guys deserve a bit of the spotlight. The thing is, you need a spotlight big enough for the reserves on both squads. This is a game that's been all about the depth in the depth chart.
Player of the half.
LeBron James put together a highlight reel of dunks in the first half. At this point, the defense is trying to avoid showing up in any posters.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, each won just 1 with the Lakers. Elgin Baylor didn't win any. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans because when you see the likes of Kobe or Michael Jordan, they won all their championships in the same city. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
LBJ has it. Gasol up to block the shot.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Knocked loose. And the slam.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Murray with it. His guys now down by a point. To Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
This has been quite the redemption story for L.A. In the 2016-17 season, there seemed to be a rift between him and Spurs management. Had a very difficult time finding his way, wasn't used to being an anchor down low at the post position. But this is the brilliance of Greg Popovich. Sat him down, spoke to him man-to-man multiple times, and got L.A. to buy into something bigger than himself, which is the reason why he is one of the most dominant bigs in the league.
It's James controlling the offense. To Ball. James. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Ball. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Well, you can't do that.
A simple touch foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Rudy Gay. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Lonzo with it. His guys down 3. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. LeBron James with the rock. Probing the defense. Inside, he scores.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, blocked away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Ball into the eyes now, trailing by a point. James to Kyle Kuzma. To Ball. Caldwell Pope. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Short jumper misses. Murray into the front court. Leads just a point. To Gasol. Count the basket inside.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
San Antonio with the basketball. To DeRozan. Sizing up the defense. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Spurs will take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Lakers.
Patty Mills to DeRozan. To Gasol. DeRozan. Gasol. Can't connect. LeBron into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LeBron James trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. San Antonio ball. DeRozan to Patty Mills. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that continuously.
Stuffs it down with authority. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
To James. Oh, had him going there for a second. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Spurs have it. Patty Mills to DeRozan. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Here's Rondo with it. Leads a bucket. From the painted area, won't go down. To DeRozan. Runner's good there.
And don't you dare think about the fourth quarter yet. The only quarter that matters is the one you're playing in right now. Finish strong.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. We have a tie ball game. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And this game's been everything we could have hoped for. All tied up after 3.
This is what happens when you have winners on both sides. People who are not willing to give up and will continue to scrape and claw to get themselves in a position to win this ball game.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. To Patty Mills. DeRozan with it. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. LaMarcus Aldridge. 3 for 6 now.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
James to Caldwell Pope. Beyond the arc for 3. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Right now, San Antonio's possession. Aldridge to Patty Mills. DeRozan not going down here. LeBron into the front court. Leads 4. Caldwell-Pope. Couldn't keep it in. Off Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Another chance. Another shot stays out.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
To Beasley. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
Murray with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. DeRozan to Murray. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
DeJounte Murray at the line. First try, no good. Second one's good. Splits the pair. To Caldwell-Pope. A pass down low to Beasley. Spurs in possession to DeRozan.
Watch that cutter.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. JaVale McGee. Spurs have it. DeRozan with the basketball. Down 3. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Rondo with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
From long range. Off the mark. Rondo into the front court. Down by 1. Deep 2 there. Won't go. San Antonio with the basketball to DeRozan. Has a chance. DeRozan with a shot off the mark. Caldwell Pope has a look. Not today.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. DeRozan with the basketball. To Aldridge. And that one out of bounds off a Spur. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Ball. McGee powers it through.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Trying to cash in. The shot by Gay, no good. To James. Mills in possession. They're down 3. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Just a tic-tac foul.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. DeRozan. Down again. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To James. Nice pass to Septon. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
San Antonio ball. Patty Mills to Rudy Gay. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's good.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
No issues for Kuzma. Hampton is
just like Linsanity in New York. Kuzmania took L.A. by storm his rookie year. There's no doubt he has crazy talent, but it's his heart that endears him to the fans and his teammates. Even though he was drafted late in the first round, Kyle Kuzma is the one.
LeBron with it up top. Up by 3. Count it.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
It's DeRozan. Patty Mills. To DeRozan. Doesn't have the touch. No good. And the finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Patty Mills to DeRozan. Here comes the screen. LeBron James sends it away. That's his first of the game.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Whistle blows, intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
James to Kyle Kuzma. And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Now whistle. San Antonio is going to use a timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at box office. Buy one or more tickets before the end of today's game, and you will receive an exclusive discount.
And the Lakers have the rebound. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
The drive, right to the basket. JaVale McGee swats in. Second block in this quarter. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Spurs finished on the losing end of a close score.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the San Antonio Spurs.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
The chosen one
Was happy to throw down plenty of dunks, and if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Los Angeles Lakers. On behalf of ES